Hi,
Welcome, Kathy, Christopher, Lori, Parker. Lovely to see you.
hi.
And friendly voices, Mary, Dr. Mary Marshall. It is so good to see all of you. Hello, Linda and Jane. Joining us now all the way from Australia, New Zealand to London. It's so great to see all of you coming in. These live programs are kind of a crazy idea. I know for Project Kin how powerful video is for telling stories, and I was just so doggone jealous when they rolled out live video, and how come I can't do that? So, by golly, with all of your support and the kindness of Robin, we are getting to be experts, and I am thrilled. Good morning. You're not just from Australia, Anne. You and Jane, and I know more of you I just saw fly by, are saying good morning from tomorrow. That's always especially fun. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome. So you didn't just see Bert, Robin. You were on her live Mondays with Mert as an interview guest. That was very exciting. Tell us about that.
Well, I was there with Kyla, and she just asked us about Substack, and it was really quick, but it was a lot of fun. I was surrounded by amazing people, and it was just exciting. And she's
I-
just a person. I really enjoyed talking to her.
Isn't she lovely? Oh, that's right. And Kyla was right there with you as well. We
Mm.
have Kyla scheduled here on Project Kit on our mission genealogy ride along, coming along later in the week, also reporting in from the show floor along with Lori Olson White, and of course Tammy coming in as Mary Marshall asks, so how is it going? Is this your first trip to Salt Lake? It's not your first trip to Salt Lake, but it's your first Roots Tech. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been to Salt Lake to the library. I honestly can't remember how many times, but it's been several times. I've never been to RootsTech, so I'm so excited about that. And I'm having a blast. So thanks for asking.
These your comments fly by as we're chatting, and I can appreciate how hard it is to type that out on your phone. If I respond that way, I'm going to make my whole phone jiggle and everybody's going to go crazy. So I can't do that. So once it scrolls by, I don't see it. So feel free to comment back in again. But when these videos go out, and that's true for all of the videos, actually, I do in general, and specifically for this whole ride along series, I'm going to try after each program to include as many relevant links as I can that make the experience more meaningful. So, for example, welcome, Lori Olson White. I
Hey,
will include all of you whose Substacks I can spot and recognize right away. I will be including you in the little chat. Please don't be shy about hitting me up with a DM or something to mention your Substacks if you'd like. I don't mind doing that at all. If you pop it in here, that's great, but I can't follow it and I don't even get a recording of them. So DMs are fastest way to reach me. And I'm, of course, Barbara at Project Kin. And you, Robin, are, what was that again?
genealogy matters
Thank you.
or mission
So
genealogy.
there we go. Do you all in out there in the live land, if you have comments, what do you need a word for that? If you have comments and questions about the show and Robin and the activities of going on in the surround, feel free to join in to drop your questions right here, or also on the recording to drop them into the comments. While you all think about that, a quick plug. Thank you, Jennifer. Also coming in from Australia. Sorry, I didn't mention you, Jennifer Jones, with tracking down the family, .substack.com. Um, uh, while we're, rolling all of this together, I realized I needed a central place to be able to find on one page all of the recordings as we combine them because I'm just that kind of person. And so I decided what we're going to do with each of these is from they're hosted here. Hello, Linda. Welcome. It's delightful to see you here. It's hosted here on Mission Genealogy, and uh, then I will cross post it to Project Kin, and Robin will cross post to Genealogy Matters from Project Kin because I'm here at home with nothing else to do because,
Nothing else to do. You were always
bunny slippers. um, I created a page at projectkin.org/rootstech. And it may take me a few minutes after each publication, each time the videos are released, to pop them in there. But I'm lining all of those up, and I'm happy, always happy to share how I do these things. You all can ask me later if you really care. Go ahead, Robin, and answer Mary's question.
good. So you can get a lot of stuff online from the Family History Library. I think they call it Family Search Library now, but I can't seem to get that out of my mouth. Um, there's a big difference though when you get here because when you either get on one of their computers or you get online on their Wi-Fi, you have access to all of these things that are on microfilm. And that was what I was doing just before um, I came on. Found this cool, I found this cool thing that I had never seen before because I tried something different. So there is a difference. I definitely recommend coming, and but there's a lot you can get online. So just jump on it. And Mary, if there's anything you want, you know how to get a hold of me. I'll look it up for you.
So as I was thinking about it, one of the fun things that Roots Tech does, just aligned with every show, is this Relatives at Roots Tech series, and it's essentially a special occasion link between their database and enter your name for all of the registrants on the show. It's also a quick way to see how many people I think are registered on RootsTech. I'm not sure if that's valid or not, but somewhere north, about approaching 400,000 last I looked. But you go to Relatives at RootsTech, and yeah, I'll drop the link in here. And it lets you explore from your RootsTech registration name how you might be related to somebody else. So, Robin, you and I are 10th cousins. Last I looked,
Sure.
some of these things change and shift. Yeah, it's been kind of fun to be able to do that because, from a very practical standpoint, as you find cousins connected to the same relation that you've been trying to research and say, wait a minute, they're my big brick wall. What else do you know about them? That's always a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I think Mary had that experience with a cousin who had a big breakthrough like that. And I talked to Kyla earlier today. She's going around collecting cousins and meeting up with them, and she's having a lot of fun with that. So I'm
she's
sure.
She's incredible. She has certainly more than I've ever heard of in terms of somewhere north of 30,000, I think, or more
Yeah,
cousins already in the collection. So I'm not surprised that she's found some pretty close cousins to be following up with.
and
Quite something.
the Family Search app on your phone, it has that relatives on there too. So that's been the easiest for me since I got here. I kind of found that. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's also a couple of other nifty tools. One is the famous people that you can sort of see how you're related to a variety of famous people from royalty to American this and that. I think it's probably tracking to what country you're coming in from to offer up relevant things like, Revolutionary War, which I can't imagine they are promoting out of the UK, for example. um, but other fun stuff. I was thrilled to discover something that was there all along for cemeteries. I did not know that I could click a button and find um, where my relatives are buried from a cemeteries, cemeteries in RootsTech. I imagine they're pretty tight with the database itself that I already have in Family Search, but that it's linked into to the database. And Jennifer Jones, I knew you had that look related to Elvis
Oh, the
Presley. Impressive.
oh, in the building tomorrow.
Oh, Graceland. It's the next ride along. I did want to acknowledge Elizabeth. It scrolled by as we were chatting about something else, but you mentioned that you have an upcoming, you're about to launch your Substack. First of all, congratulations. Feel free to let me know, let us know, comment, at mentions when as you're doing your launch, or frankly, feel free to DM me as I sit here in my bunny slippers. If there's any way that I can be helpful to answer questions for you, including my secret link to using the bot effectively. The bot is incredibly useful as ways you get started. And look who's in the house, the photo detective. Maureen Taylor is now active on Substack and joining in, chiming in. So she is now here in the comments. You are very welcome, Elizabeth. And Anne, 3,293. That's pretty awesome. Well
Wow.
done. I think the numbers have, from what I've seen, heavily favored folks who are in the Americas. And I think that relates to who is most likely to have previously entered data into the family search database. Yes, indeed, Maureen. Hoping to find some new relatives, right? I get so excited. It's hard to sustain the enthusiasm. Any so, Jennifer, that's a great point. Is that what you see here? Jennifer Jones just popped in saying, Elizabeth, I can't wait to see your Substack. You know what? That's the secret here. All of the stuff that we're doing is all about getting to know each other and knowing that we're all here together. And we are all looking out for each other in what has become a really warm and friendly community. And I think one of the hardest things to do is to trust the community because we all come in with wounds from from social media platforms. And I think this is different. It has some similarities certainly, but it is different in some important ways. Louise asks a little more about that cemetery database. It's got one of these funky URLs that I can't remember off the top of my head, which is why I didn't mention it, Louise, but I will drop it into the notes when, or it's a video post and there's text underneath it, and I can embed or add anything I want for links. So well, I'll watch the video because I'm too busy talking. But I will add links to things like that. And you are also always welcome to ask questions and whatever. So, for example, the Mondays with Mert, which is a special program that Dear Myrtle runs every 2 weeks on, surprisingly, Mondays. That's hosted live out of YouTube. And those YouTube videos embed beautifully into any Substack post. So, though I'm doing a video post, the video will appear at the top. You'll see a transcript, you'll see clips, you can have all kinds of tools that are part of doing that. But then I also put stuff inside, lots of links and um, oh, thank you very much, Anne. There's your it's familysearch.org/en for English, then cemeteries. So even that's a great point. You can search for anything. You all are so good at searching. 17,000, Maureen. I'm impressed. We're probably cousins. Um, you can always search by familysearch.org:cemeteries, plural, and I'll bet you find it in a click. That's always a good way to do that. Sure. You know what, Elizabeth? Everybody is finding their way around Substack. And that's kind of the secret here is that nobody knows. And even if you think you knew, they probably changed some features. Generally, they're changing them for the better.
But the good thing is Mission Genealogy, we have that gathering and people can ask anything they want on there. And if we don't know, we'll find out, right?
Right. And in fact, speaking of which, we do these gatherings. It is about 90 minutes. Anybody who wants to come is welcome to come. It's hosted live on Zoom. We capture the recording and then share it out to the Mission Genealogy membership. So unlike these, you don't even have to have a Substack account. You can just show up. It's for the Substack curious too. um, and we have an office hours section. I'll do a little talk about some subject that's come to mind that I make up at the time, and then Robin keeps us in order, organizing breakout rooms to kind of talk about our genealogy work. And it's a wonderful time to combine that human factor of looking people in the eye and just having a conversation, as well as being able to ask the "I don't really know, let me ask" kinds of questions. So, yeah. Okay, Maureen, you're on. We'll find out. I don't think I have a whole lot of French Canadian relatives, but I know many folks. There's several Arcadian related pages here on Substack, which are interesting. I've got a Jaques family who are Huguenots, which has been one of my key family lines to track. So, do I like to keep these short? Yes, and I see you have to go. You know what? What makes these live sessions work is we keep them just stupid short. So we're coming up on our 20 minutes. Um, any fruit? Yeah, go
Yeah.
on.
I just wanted, I saw Mary mention that she is doing the 31-day challenge, the Ancestral Women 31-day challenge, and I want to thank her for that. I also want to thank everybody else who's enthusiastically doing it. I'm just so thrilled. There's so many people who are taking the challenge. So thanks.
Can I like think about the challenge and zoom in or send in my vibes for I wish I had time to?
So,
I maybe I could commit to doing 31 women in my family tree over the course of the year and be able to declare it and put it all on a
I, I think naming an ancestral woman anytime is important. So
my
thank
grandmother, Lois, Blanche, Archer. Thank you.
you.
Right here, right now.
There you go.
All right. Thank you so much. I feel badly for those of you just joining. I will be sharing this video certainly within 2 hours, maybe even within an hour. I try not to overrush it. I run out and go look for links and things like that to make sure that I've got the reference that will be useful. So, for example, the 30-day challenge will be in here. And The whole point is to help us help each other and build that sense of not only camaraderie but also honestly warmth that has become so remarkable in this community, and it's also kind of a lot of fun. So with that, thank you all. Thank you so much, and
Everybody.
stay tuned for tomorrow's section at the same time. And all of these, the calendar for all of this is at at missiongenealogy.org/events. And I've also, as I said, projectkin.org/rootstech, compiling them all. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Barb.
Take care. Let's see. Mary adds, it took a minute to come up with 31. Hopefully, I can keep it going. Exactly. Exactly.
You
See you
got it.
tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Our guest tomorrow is Lori.
Yay.
That's exciting. You don't want to miss that. Till then, bye now.
Bye bye, everybody.